crack. So we've got interesting stuff over before we actually do any talking.
Yeah, we do all the proper chat before we started.
Hello, Adele. How are you?
Hello, Leanne. How are you? I'm good.
Good.
Enjoying the heat.
Are you enjoying the heat?
I am.
Why have you decided to go with more heat?
Because there was no heat when I left the house at 7 o'clock this morning in North Antrim. It was.
I've never been. Is North Antrim as scary as it appears?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, we still eat the missionaries up there. So
okay.
It's rough enough. Just depends. You kind of have to know the area. But I don't live in any of the nice touristy spots. I live kind of slightly out of that. So, but it's fun. There was a band parade going on last night, just about 9:15, as my daughter's trying to go to bed. So she was growling at them out the door to shut up. So
growling. That's pure Ulster Scots, isn't it?
She was growling at them.
do you kind of hate that? A lot of the things that we say, when I say we, it sounds like I'm talking exclusively Catholics.
Yeah.
But that a lot of the fun things that we say come from Ulster
Scots. I know, but Ulster Scots is heavily influenced by Irish as well too. So there's that there's a real crossover. And I do a joke about Ulster Scots and say it. But then I was recently asked a question by like the MC for one of the nights as to what does huckster mean? And I couldn't give a one-word definition of what huckster is.
Huckster?
Yeah. No, it's not like a con man or anything. So I would talk about getting huckstered into a chair. Like even this is a great example. I get into this chair and then I huckstered myself down into it.
Yeah.
And also say if you were trying to like lift yourself up onto something that was slightly higher and you were using your elbows, you would huckster yourself up onto it. Then I was like, I don't have a one-word translation for that into English.
See, I've never known huckster to be a verb.
Yeah, well, there you go. It is in that way.
The way I've heard it, which my dad mostly would have used it, he would say, a wee huckster of a place, like a small, like a small enclave.
Yes, but then that makes sense because of a small enclave, you'd get huckstered into it.
Well, yeah. So I'm wondering, is hucksters, is the main thing then size?
Yeah, it could be. It's definitely, for me, it's something about like an elbow movement. It's something about this to either lifting yourself up or settling yourself down is huckstering. And I say in this joke that I do that I'm fluent in Ulster Scots, but I don't speak it because I'm not an idiot. But then whenever I was asked and I realised I don't actually have a one-word definition for that in English, it's like, I am fluent in Ulster Scots and I didn't really mean for that to happen, but it's kind of cool now I think about it. But yeah, still kind of keep the separation between the two.
I don't think anybody means to be, but I look, no. Because this whole fucking show, this whole long story short thing, like that was a route that I was going to go down, was about language.
Oh, right, okay. Yes.
Because obviously Muffin Walloper doesn't mean fanny enjoyer or fat fucker. It means a Victorian woman who
sat about coffee shops.
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's what it means. And I was like, fuck, that's mad. Like that is mad. Turn of phrase or whatever. And then, but there's so many. And I was like, I love
language like that.
A language like anything, and especially culture language. Like I always say, like, I'm not a culture, and then I will invariably at least 3 times a day come out with the most culture shit you've ever heard.
Absolutely. Funny, the Victorians had another great term for being depressed. They called it being morbs.
The morbs.
You've got the morbs, which is actually a brilliant term. Like, so.
It is.
Hi, Ollie.
I hope you don't mind, Ollie. There's a good chance that he'll jump up and stick his testicles in your face. Yeah. He'll huckster himself.
He'll huckster
in. What is your favourite turn of phrase then in the Ulster Scots / Irish way?
Jesus, I couldn't tell you. You really put me in the spot there. I don't know.
I know I am, because I'm actually thinking of myself and I'm like,
struggle. And I can guarantee you, since I picked one, I'll remember another one about 10 minutes later going, oh, actually I quite like that one. Yeah. So
yeah, I like see, there's a lot of words that I thought weren't actually words and they were just fake words that my granny had made up.
And they're Ulster Scots,
like
probably.
Inveigle.
Right, okay.
That's a word.
Inveigle.
To inveigle someone to do something.
Right, okay.
I thought it just sounded a bit I don't know, like, sing-songy. It doesn't sound, but it actually is a word.
Right, okay.
To to convince someone to do something, or to
there's like a type of manipulation to it.
Yeah. So inveigle is a word. And what's the other? There's so many more, but I should probably actually make like a big list of them.
There is an Ulster Scots dictionary, there was about a year ago.
Sponsored by the TUV.
Oh, probably, yeah. There was about a year ago, there was Ulster Scots reps from Heritage Centre or something or other came into my kid's school and gave my son a flag with like 30 different words and their Ulster Scots equivalent. The one that really struck me was a child with like a special needs. A wee dafty. Like, how are we getting away with that in this day and age? Yeah. And people are like, this is culture, so it's okay. And it's like,
I remember hearing that one from a friend of mine who had seen it in a job. a job advertisement in like the Belfast Telegraph or something, and it was translated into
Wee Dafty.
and it was Wee Dafty Waynes. Wee Dafty Waynes.
No.
It's lovely. I have my legs out today. I apologise for that. I feel like I'm giving Pete Giffen.
That's a bit Pete heavy.
All I need is a wee chain.
Get the ball cap on you like you're at Pitbull or something.
I know. Did you?
Heavy?
Do you get the Pitbull fervor?
Do you know what? I wouldn't have been a couple of years ago, but by chance I've a lot of the stuff has come up on like my Spotify recently, and they're fucking some bangers. They really, really are. Didn't buy a ticket. Regretted it last Tuesday. I was looking at it going whenever the concert was on. I was like,
was he?
I'd really enjoyed
Timber?
that. He did do Timber, yeah, because it's actually one of the ones I skip by when it comes on. I'm not dying about it.
I just like the one that goes, hey, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a Fireball.
Don't stop the party.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
They all do sound a wee bit the same, but they're all kind of are bangers. Put it this way, if you're looking at the house cleaned, Pitbull's...
Get Pitbull
on the Spotify and you're away. Like,
right, okay.
Next thing you know, floors are gleaming and you're dancing.
You know what?
10,000 steps done in 2 hours.
Kim and Aggie had to knew that. Bartlett, that fucking clown Bartlett was at it.
I seen it.
See that?
Yeah.
And he's mad for it. I was talking to him the other night at a gig, and he was saying he's tempted to go to where is it? Berlin. That he's playing in Berlin, and he's also playing somewhere else, and Limerick. And I was like, Limerick.
Probably Berlin would be easier got to than Limerick at this point, really.
Well, I mean, I think if I was going to, for a sense of occasion, I think I'd be going to Berlin.
Go to Berlin rather than Limerick.
I can imagine being Pitbull and being like, tonight I'm in Limerick.
Yeah, it's funny. I've seen someone saying that Pitbull is that aura about him. You could think he got into it for the girls. The irony being all the girls are landing wearing suits and flat bald caps to these shows.
I did notice
like all
that.
the grippies are not what you expect grippies to look like. And I'm like, I wonder, is he like going with this, or is he like, fuck?
See, I have a vision
went
now.
The wrong way now.
I have a vision of some wee man that sells merch, like fake merch. Constantly for every single concert outside Belsonic, and like every year he just looks through what's going on and he goes, I have to fucking buy ball caps here.
Ball caps.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
$200 off Amazon for an hour.
Yeah. Why can Bruce Springsteen not just come here and I'll get American flags?
I know, yeah.
What is your music?
Quite kind of broad range, and would have been very heavy into country when I was younger. I know. Dolly Parton fan, Patsy Cline fan. Big Patsy Cline fan as I was younger.
To me, that's dead on. Dolly, Patsy Cline, Garth Brooks as well.
Garth Brooks, would have liked a lot, but Garth Brooks. I am one of the dicks that actually sat out overnight to get the tickets for the Crook Park shows that never went ahead.
Oh.
I sat out overnight in Ballymena.
You deserve everything you get.
I absolutely do. And didn't know at the time I was pregnant. Found out after a couple of weeks later I was actually pregnant at the time, very early on. But then the concert never went ahead. Furious. But haven't been to see him since and don't really mind.
If the child had been born, or no,
he was never going to be called Garth.
That's dark. If the concert had went ahead and child, would you have called it Garth?
Never in a million years. I don't like him that much. He's good, but no, he's named for my granda, so I don't like Garth more than my granda. So.
Right, okay, yeah, well that's fair. What's your granda called?
Sean.
Ah, fuck's sake, Sean Brooks.
Sean.
And have you seen Garth Brooks live?
No, I never did. My mum and dad went and seen him. He did a live album in Dublin. I want to say it was in Crook, maybe about 95 or so. My mum and dad were at it, and I only know it because we have the live album in the house and it's got the tricolour on the front of it. I think I played it till it's actually now scratched to fuck. But I've kind of gone away from the country. More so into what I'm listening to, There's a new singer called Aluka. It's just a couple of songs, Wings and Cry Evil, which I'm really loving. Quite a kind of feminist vibe, very similar to like Paris Paloma and Labour, that type of thing.
So many. I didn't understand any words he said there apart from and the.
Like that. I was big into Dermot Kennedy, but I've kind of pulled away from him a wee bit now.
It's all white woman music.
Yeah,
it's heavy. It's all white woman music.
Yeah, like absolutely. It's AC/DC. Do like a wee bit of kind of rock as well. Seen them in Aviva back in 2015. That was fucking unreal. One of the best shows I've ever seen. But actually, in terms of like musicality and like technical ability, the best concert I was ever at was Dolly Parton.
Yes,
that woman has just musical bones. The amount of instruments she played in one night, like every song she was playing a fully different instrument, like absolutely fluently. Blew me away.
Where do you see her?
Waterfront. Now I am chatting 20 years ago.
The Waterfront.
No, sorry, SSE.
I'd like
O2. Odyssey. Whatever the fuck it currently is. No one has now.
So. Yeah, it's the O2 now. Belfast, isn't it? I'm kind of glad.
I didn't like SSE. Didn't roll off the tongue. I still called it the Odyssey.
Yeah, I think everybody. Well, Culchies probably call it the Odyssey.
Probably.
Yeah, I'll never skip a Dolly TikTok or any guest appearance she's on the show. She's so funny.
She really is.
Yeah.
She did a lot of jokes that night, and I since learned that a lot of the jokes that she does kind of in between bits are pretty set, and she does them every concert.
Yeah. Like
people say to her about her hair is amazing. How long does it take you to do that? She goes, I don't know, I'm never there.
I'm never there. Yeah.
Do you know? So she does a lot of that, and then looking around for Jolene. But her husband's died now.
Did he?
Yeah. Oh, did you not hear about that? Yeah, her husband died maybe about 8-10 months ago.
Oh, get away.
Yeah. Oh, I think she was really devastated. He very much kept out of the public eye, but like you could tell, they were very, very strong marriage.
Yeah.
So
There was
all upset thinking about poor Dolly now.
Poor Dolly. I should have been at that.
I should have been just
Would I have to go to that? Dolly.
That's culture.
It is. It is, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
I just sent a mass card. It's fine.
Yeah. I played football with such and such and such and such 100 years ago.
I need to go to that.
I'd need to go to that. It'd be bad looking if I didn't go.
That would. My father-in-law, whenever he died, he had played for Ballycastle because where we lived didn't have a hurling team at that point in time, and he was 91 when he died, and he only played for Ballycastle a couple of years, and then they established their own team. There was chaps at that funeral wearing Ballycastle ties that could barely stand up because he'd done like 2 seasons with them 50 years before.
Like the old boys from Second World War.
Basically.
Yeah. Not their wee ties and everything on them. God
Only that the Ballycastle ties on is like, right, I know why you're here. So you're like, right, the sandwiches are down there, help yourself. But yeah, that was one of those types of vibes.
Just there for the sandwiches.
They were there for the sandwiches. So I put on a good spread, so fair enough. Like, but yeah.
Would you go? Would you do your own sandwiches for a week?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Ham salad all the way. Mm-hmm.
Ham salad.
Oh, ham salad. I do a good ham salad sandwich. Yeah, and potato and leek soup.
Oh,
That's
nice.
my kind of wake essentials. I've got the big red pot for the potato and leek soup. That comes out when somebody's dead. It's like a harbinger of doom when the big red pot comes out, like Jessica Fletcher or something.
with her seafood chowder.
Yeah,
Jessica Fletcher. Do you think she did it?
I think she did a couple of them. Like statistically, that's a terrible stat.
No, but like,
she has to be at least a couple of them.
You don't think about it in those days.
No.
What would that have been one of your TV shows?
Not overly.
Did you like Magnum?
No. It was a wee bit before my time,
right.
And we didn't have RTE or any kind of fancy channels. We had 1, 2, 3, 4. That was it.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't on there, we didn't see it. Loved Buffy the Vampire
I
Slayer.
never got into any of them things.
I loved Buffy to the point that I actually like bought all the box sets and rewatched them maybe again about 10 years ago there. And ER was another big one of mine. Loved it. Again, had all the box sets too.
Have you watched The Pit?
I have watched The Pit. Me and you talked about this.
Did we?
Yeah, just on chat,
on
like
Instagram?
Yeah, on Insta we chatted about
Yeah.
it. Yes, The Pit is fucking brilliant. But again, probably because it's no while, and it's very ER centric. You know, it's got the
Yes.
same vibe. Love that's been really brought right up to date, and it kind of has that kind of impact of COVID. You can feel it running through a lot of the storylines, and having worked in healthcare through COVID, I'm like, fair enough. Yeah, I like to see that kind of being recognised now, but I really like it. I like the style that's very similar to 24, and then it's each episode's an hour.
Were you a 24 girl as well?
I was, but never finished it. It just got very samey.
It did get very samey.
Can't remember when I
There's
finished
only so
with it.
many times you can listen to Kiefer Sutherland going, damn it. You know, at some stage you're going to go,
Apparently,
fuck's sake.
Like 4 seasons of that was my limit.
I know,
So, yeah.
I know. Although season 5 was very good.
Was it?
Season 3 and 4 was a bit like, and then season 5 was great
Right,
because David Palmer was back in it.
Ah, right, okay.
And he got clipped. Sorry, that happens in the first episode.
Spoiler, like.
He got clipped in
Right.
it. And then it's like, because you're not expecting, you're like, oh, he was actually lovely. You know, I enjoyed it. So you worked in healthcare during COVID. How was that?
Heavy going. But more so just the frustration because my husband was, furloughed.
Right.
And you remember that cracker weather we had the first lockdown?
Yeah.
And at that point, I was managing 2 teams, running Zooms back to back, living upstairs in one of their bedrooms, and my husband was downstairs just drinking beer and barbecuing in the backyard, playing with the kids. And then I had to come downstairs like a shell of a woman at 5 o'clock, and he's like, "What's for dinner?" And I nearly had to lay him out.
Oh.
Yeah, a couple of times. So yeah.
Right, okay.
So just looking back on it, and I think how we got through it, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
It really was harsh.
So you're in social work?
I was in social work, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, at that time. So, but during that as well, we had to help out in the hospitals a few times. I was pulled in to do some shifts working with babies in the maternity unit. So working with mums and stuff, so forth. So I remember being in doing a 13-hour shift, sitting overnight along with a mum and a baby, and wearing the full PPE, shields, the whole shebang, and helping change this wee like preemie baby that was like 5 pounds wearing gloves. And they couldn't get the gloves on because I was sweating because I was wearing that much PPE. Trying to change this tiny wee baby that was like a wee fart of a thing. My babies were all 8-pound hoofs, like. So yeah, thinking back on it, you just wonder what the fuck was that, and how did we ever get through it? But we married the other side, and it's nearly like a bit of a fever dream.
It is,
doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. And I'm only like, you know, the height of my, you know, COVID stress was having to deal with a big queue of people because I was the only coffee shop open for about the first fortnight.
Oh, right, okay.
And I was serving out through the wee hatch,
the window, right, okay.
the wee window. So I mean, that was the height of my COVID inconvenience, which was actually, for me, it was actually great.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine that social work would have come under pressure with people being cooped up in their homes all the time.
Yeah.
With endless amounts of alcohol being freely available.
Absolutely. Lots of WhatsApp calls and getting kids to literally do laps around their house so they could see the condition of the home and trying to figure out ways to keep kids safe. It was heavy going. Yeah, so you're unannounced visits then, is that the format that they took then? You had to try to, but at the same time there's an element whereby if you did an unannounced visit and someone had just got COVID in that house, so it was trying to keep staff safe as well in the midst of it all. So it did, but it just was a bit of a minefield, like it really, really was.
Yeah.
But
because I suppose whenever you think about healthcare during COVID, you do think of the
hospitals,
the PPE in hospitals and stuff like that. But you don't actually think about
all the other repercussions.
Yeah,
yeah. So I was working with a family at the time, and the baby was just born, start of March, and was unfortunately had to go straight into care. And we immediately went into lockdown then about 2 weeks later, and had to explain to that mum why she couldn't see her baby, because we didn't know the ramifications of what was about to come and all the rest of it, and explaining that we're trying to keep everyone safe, but that's just a mummy that wants to see her baby,
of course.
So there's a lot of that went on, but just that one in particular sticks with me because the baby was so young. So I do wonder back, but we didn't know. We were all working in the same, and like all the social workers are all members of their own family, have their own, stuff going on at home. I had my own people I was trying to keep safe. My granny was going through dialysis at the time. So for a long time, I didn't see her. And then all that stuff went on as well in the background. So,
So how do you cope? Now, obviously there's a very cheesy segue into the comedy thing. But prior to that, how do you find that those things just sort of roll off you? Or do you hold on to them, internalise them when you see very sad stories? Or
I've got to pay, and some stuff gets to you more than others. I had a great team around me, so that really, really helped. And as a team, we started doing the C-dips all together, which was like just brilliant for the mental health. It really, really was. And don't want to be one of them C-dip wankers that goes on about it, but
You've already
have
cemented yourself
as
that.
I have. But it's just as a team, it really, really helped us. And we started that during COVID as well. But it's all on our doorstep up on the North Coast. So, and you're going to places that are really, really beautiful. So there was an element of that. There's an element of humour, quite dark humour as well, to keep yourself going through the midst of it. And then good family as well at home. My husband would say he lives in a bubble where nobody would ever harm a child. Just doesn't happen. He doesn't want to know about it, doesn't worry about it. And he doesn't want me to talk about it. He's okay for me to come in and say that was a shit day or whatever, and he's like, right, okay, blah blah. But I wouldn't go into the details of anything with him, or I was dealing this today. It's like, right, move on and let's do the next thing now, and that helps me kind of keep it quite separate. For some people, maybe it would be like, no, I want to have someone to vent to, but I've got friends that I can chat to if needs be. A couple of mates that I used to work with way back maybe 20 years ago in social work that I'm still very friendly with. Meet for a coffee and have a good hourly ranting session, and that helps too. But no, I love the C-dips, and then just getting away from it as well. Love my wee break away, love a wee holiday, and just kind of forget about the whole thing. And
so do you
not happening?
Do you have supervision?
Oh shit, yeah. Every month you have to have supervision.
You have monthly supervision. And is that... Because I know for counsellors, obviously, supervision is where you sort of bring what's going on, your cases, and it's basically like an overseer, right? Maybe you should look at this, or maybe you should look at that, but it's not really personal therapy.
No, it's not. No, it's supervision. There'd be a touch in terms of, how are you? Are you all right? Is there anything I can do to give you a hand? There'd be an element of that. And then through the trusts, you have an opportunity of utilising counselling. So there's a counselling service that all trust staff can just lift the phone to.
So through Inspire?
Yeah, and through Inspire. Yeah. And I've used it a couple of times. And, you usually see within about a fortnight or so. But randomly, the times I used it was nothing to do with social work. I had a really bad car crash, and in the summertime, randomly, I had a really shit car crash in about 2010. But then that was the year we had the really bad snow, and in the December, my car slipped on the ice and I had a full-on panic attack. It was the feeling of the car being out of my control, and then I could barely get back in a car, so I ended up going to Inspire, and it helped with that. And then had an experience actually doing the C-dip, and I think I told you this as well. I pulled a body from the water.
Yes.
A few years back as well. So I just kind of was like proactive, and was like, this is probably something I should talk to somebody about, because I'm thinking about it a lot, and I just kind of proactively was like, I think I need to talk to somebody about this. And it was through COVID, so it had to be done just over the phone, but thankfully they'd got me the same counsellor I'd seen previously for the car crash. It was the same girl, and she just chatted through that, and kind of it was all right then. Just having somewhere to talk to you about it, because it was one of them ones it was over and done with in a couple of hours, and then you're just thinking about the ramifications for that family. Because I didn't know the man, I didn't know his family. I became aware of his family. They were kind of like friends of a friend of a friend after the fact, because it's a small world up there. But no, that was a bit rough. So it was, yeah.
And I think that's another thing we're brilliant at too is, you know, when something fairly not earth shattering, but like something seismic happens, and you know, there's literally nothing can be done about it. We're all very great at just being like, oh, well, sure, listen, you have to get on.
You have to get on. Well, you do have to get on. You do.
Well, you see, that's where I would say to people, you know, you actually don't have to get on.
Oh, well, no, don't take me wrong. I am a firm believer in like counselling and stuff. I'm always one for encouraging people, go to it. Just if there's anything hanging over you at all, go. And what I love about it is just, it's that time and space away from everyone else. And you can like word vomit whatever you need to say, and then you leave it there and you can walk away. And even maybe the next day you're thinking, I actually don't even think that anymore. That was what I felt yesterday, but I don't even feel like that anymore. But if you say that to a friend, even the best friend in the world, that friend still has that in their back of the head next time you're chatting to them. Whereas I like leaving it with a professional, and it's totally separate. Now, it doesn't mean I won't talk to my friends about that stuff. I can, but I can word vomit, I suppose is the only term I can put it. And then it's kind of that box ticked. And
I think friends, they just want you to be okay.
Yes.
So they'll, you know, and like we all do it.
Yeah,
you know,
we do.
And you'll say or do whatever will make them not feel how they're feeling at that minute in time, which
just to soothe
is a plaster, like, you know. But no, I've said that to people before, you know, who maybe tell me things that are really devastating, and they say, well, sure, you have to get up in the mornings and you have to get up out of your bed and go on. I'm saying you don't actually. You could lie in your bed and you'd be entitled to do so.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that you're not doing that is amazing. And then they're like, oh, well, I suppose you're right.
You're getting on rightly.
Right enough.
You're getting on rightly.
Don't have to get up, like, you know.
You should huckster up out of the bed.
Huxter yourself out of your doom pit. So tell me then how you get into the comedy end of things.
I only started last year. I only started last November. So I'm still very new to the scene. But it was, I can't remember when like the idea actually kind of sprung to me in terms of, I'm going to give this a go. But it was sometime last summer. And then it was like, don't be fucking ridiculous. People like me don't do that. Do you know? Like married, mum of two, good job, doing all the bits, you know, keeping the house and doing the housework. And, you know, and you get up and you go to your work and then you take the weans to hurling training and that's it. And that's my life sorted. There is no new avenues.
Taking the weans to hurling.
I know. That's it. That's what you do. And then, but the notion just wouldn't kind of go away from me. And then just started doing a wee bit of Googling. And it's like, well, the Pav's a place where you can go and do. And this is the chap that you get in touch if you want a wee spot, which is Luke McGibbon. So I sent him a message and then promptly deleted it 5 minutes later.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then sent an Ari one and this type of thing. And I remember him texting me back to say, yep, no worries, when do you want a spot? And I was standing in a nightclub in Albuferia on a hen do with the stickiest floor I've ever encountered in my life. I was literally like every step.
And you're
like
text,
2 in the morning.
Luke McGibbon.
2 in the morning, like one eye, go on. Can I get a spot? Can I get a spot in October? Didn't have any spots in October, so it was the start of November before I got a spot in the end. But and then did all the prep for it, and all I could think of was I just want to do it one time. Just want to see if that's any good, and if this dies in its hole, I'll never mention it again. And then within 30 seconds I got my first laugh and I was like, oh fuck, I like this.
Happy days.
This is nice. I could do this.
Did you have supporters with you?
No, I told nobody. Nobody
right.
knew, other than my husband, because I'd explain where I was going. But like nobody knew. I was telling nobody at all. And then I sent a message to my family about it the next day. I had a couple of pictures stuck into the family group chat, and my brother nearly crashed his car whenever he seen the message come through. He's like, what? This is unreal. So he's been like one of my biggest supporters so far. And then it was John Devlin actually sent me a message then that night or the next day. I'd put something about it up online, or I think maybe Luke had tagged me in something, and he said there's another gig in the Spaniard. Right. Always looking for new comedians, always looking for female comedians. If you want a spot, just message James. And I hadn't even thought to the next spot at that point in time. I was like, fuck it, right, let's give it a go. So then did the Spaniard following week and loved it, and that's me basically every week since, doing at least maybe 1-2 spots.
So is stand up something that you had, you know, were you a fan?
Oh, hugely.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Big fan of stand up. Go to a lot of shows, seen a lot of different comedians. Love Tommy Tiernan and Billy Conley. Probably the best that ever did it. I've only seen him once though, and think his Parkinson's was well advanced by the time I seen him in the Waterfront a few years ago. And because I had consumed so much Billy Connolly in my life, I knew quite a few of the bits.
I went to see him in the Waterfront. Now that could be a good
10 years ago or something. Maybe we're at the same one. Maybe more. Maybe more, because I don't think that I had my kids then. So maybe even before that. Yeah.
I remember sort of thinking, I know
quite a few of this. I know, which is disappointing.
But then I didn't realise back in the day, that's a thing.
Yeah, I know. I had watched basically everything he'd ever put out. Yeah. So there's only to be, kind of fair enough that I'd seen quite a lot of it. I'm trying to think who other comedians. I love Victoria Wood. A lot of sketch comedy back in the day. Funny, me and Paddy Raff were talking about this just the other week about Smack the Pony.
Smack the Pony was brilliant.
Oh my God, like that was just groundbreaking, like way back at the time that came out. But we would have been about 14, 15 or so, about that age. And like seeing three girls do that type of comedy.
It was so funny.
It was so fresh as well, and stuff that they would have done. And it wasn't. Whereas before that, all the comedy you've seen, girls were just in it to be the punchlines, or they were to be the pretty person. It wasn't that they were the funny person. Do you know, they were just an object in a man's sketch, whereas this was three girls and like talking filth, doing whatever they wanted. And I just thought that was unreal.
And one of them in particular was very hot.
Oh yeah, well, a couple of them are quite good looking.
Yeah, but there was a very, very dark haired,
right? Okay,
sort of very sassy lady, and I remember thinking
she was your favourite.
She was gorgeous. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm glad you mentioned that actually, because I've mentioned it to people before.
Smack the Pony,
and they're like,
such a good show.
I never heard of that. I'm trying to think of other sort of sketchy stuff.
Well, Dom Jolly was out at the same time as well.
Yeah, he'd a bit annoying after a while.
It was very samey. It was samey. Yeah.
Do you ever watch any of Dave Allen's old stuff?
Never really. Do you know what? He wasn't a comedian I was aware of. Again, coming back to the point where I didn't have RTE.
Right.
And only from kind of being around the comedy scene and talking to other comedians. I've had one say to me, do you know Dave Allen and any of his stuff? So I don't really know.
You see, he sort of came back. He did a bit of a comeback in maybe like the early 90s when he had he was very grey haired. He was obviously an older man. And I remember Mummy and Daddy sort of watching it and being like, oh, Dave Allen, like, oh, he used to say things about the Catholic Church and all. And I'd be like, oh, right, okay, whatever. And I suppose because he was very droll and dry and he just sat in a chair and he just talked. And I, at that stage, was probably hoovering up Billy Connolly's audience with that video I watched over and over and over again. And I didn't really give it much heed. And then I've seen some of his stuff, which is hilarious. And then, but he actually did sketches.
Did he? Right, okay.
Yeah, that were fucking hilarious.
Oh, I thought he was all stand up, like it's just you say sitting on the seat going over the bits.
No, he did sketches as well. Like pretty, like not out there, but they don't go where you expect that they're going to go. Okay. And he really lampoons the Catholic Church an awful lot.
No, which is up for it quite well,
is great.
Like, fair enough.
And it wouldn't have been the way of things at the time. Whenever he was out, because he basically got cancelled. But I think he said fuck on BBC,
and that was it then.
Yeah,
career
pretty
over?
much.
Fuck, right, okay.
Yeah, so I think that was maybe more thing. But when you look back now, you're like, oh my god, you were absolutely right to be slagging, slagging the bishops and all those guys.
You were far off.
So I didn't realise you'd only started then,
just November,
as recently as that. I thought you'd been on the go for a while, because you do see your name an awful lot on lineups and stuff.
No, sprang out the gates pretty quick.
Yeah.
And I've been really lucky in the support that I've got from, I suppose, some of the promoters that I've been, very happy to put me on lineups and stuff. Which has just been great. You know, it really has. Although July's pretty quiet, or July was pretty quiet. August is looking even more dire. Yeah. So if anybody wants to give me a shout, work away.
It is pretty quiet actually. Because I think I've talked about this before with somebody else. Like, I feel like I skipped a lot. I never had...
Yeah, your path's very different.
I never had to send Luke McGibbon a message and have that shit attack of doing that and having to pluck up the courage to do that. Mm-hmm. But I suppose, and sometimes I feel a wee bit of like a imposter syndrome.
Yes,
for that, because I haven't cut my teeth as such in that. Do you know what I mean?
I do. No, but
of having to send, because that takes some set of balls to ask for spots.
Yeah,
and I only ever sent a spots message twice, and it was whenever the shop closed.
Right,
and I was like, right, because obviously we had done the me and Darren had done the comedy club for and that was going on for a good while. Like, it was going on for about 3 or 4 months more actually. Mm-hmm. I think we started in the May of 2019.
All right, okay.
And then we did
it was as far back as that.
Yeah. We did Right Round. That was the first one It was May, yeah. And that was with Mickey and Dave.
Ah, right, okay.
Because there was another venue in the town here, which is still here. It's the one I'm playing in for the shows in September. And
Plug.
I know. And they basically tickets. Eventbrite wasn't a thing,
right? Yeah.
At that stage, it was sort of, but it was like, and there weren't a lot of tickets going, and they sort of said, "Listen, this is going to be a washout. Let's pull this." But that was on the Thursday, and the gig was on the Saturday.
Right.
So Darren messaged me, and he was like, "Whoa, fuck." And I says, "Well, sure, the worst, have it here."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah," because I actually had a PA because was going to be a DJ at one stage and do weddings and stuff. So there was a PA there already.
Well, that's all right then.
You get me, if there's a mic, get a mic and a desk and the speakers are there.
And you're ready to go.
And he was like, fuck, right, okay. So we did, and there was about 30 or 40 people at it.
That's all right. For a first show.
It was grand.
That's grand. Like,
you know, well, it meant that Dave and Mickey got paid.
Yeah, well.
You know,
that helps too.
You know, that was, but, you know, anyway, the thing spiraled in and I said, right, well, sure, let's do it the last Saturday of every month.
And were you actually doing minutes then, or were you just like MCing or?
No, I wasn't doing anything.
Just venue?
I was the venue.
Right, okay.
I was the venue and the social media presence. See,
okay.
I always had a social media presence from having a Facebook page for the shop from 2013 on. And just tying it very much to my personality and being jokey about stuff. And then whenever Facebook Live became a thing, a friend of mine had said to me at the time, he was like, he worked in media and stuff, and he says, you need to get on to Facebook Live. Right. It's going to be massive. They're really throwing all the weight behind it because they're trying to usurp YouTube essentially. Right. And I was like, right, okay. So instead of taking a photograph of, you know, the sausages I was cooking one morning, I did a Facebook Live video, and the numbers on it were ridiculous compared to, you know, a photo or just a piece of text.
Jeez, right, okay.
But this is fucking 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And I didn't turn the camera around to myself. I did cookies one morning, I did sausages one morning, and then I started talking to myself, and people were like, oh, you know, people were like, you know, commenting and, you know, live at the time, and oh, what are you at? And it just took off, and my social media following got really good for such a small business.
Yeah.
So there was a lot involved in that, and I suppose I was trying to do wee bits and pieces of sketchy stuff as well. Yeah, from someone like I'd never had any leanings towards like you know, theatrics or doing theatre studies in school or anything like that. But I've always been the funny, for a variety of reasons, most of them defense mechanisms.
Yeah, same.
And so that's how that started.
Yeah. By the way, I know where you're going with this. I lost like 6 stone in the past 4 years, so that was me. I was a funny big girl.
Oh, you right? Okay.
Yeah, a funny big girl for a long time.
But whatever.
Lies.
Yeah. No, not even. Just no, for a variety of different. Well, only child from a broken home. Steeped in generational trauma. That was my thing. And,
that was your thing too.
And being hefty, massively. So, so where are we going? Yeah, so whenever that became sort of established then, so from the 29th, then obviously there was the wee split for COVID, or the lengthy enough split, and then we came back again. And then at that stage, Darren was doing more work, so there was times where he couldn't MC.
Right. And that's how you started slipping in.
And I would get a feed of Grey Goose vodka into me, and I'd be like, I'll intro you on. I'd be like, everybody, blah, 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 blah. Right. And then it sort of went from there. And then it started, well, actually, I had done a gig with Darren before the gig in my place, before it moved over in the bank.
Yeah.
He said, do you want to do 10 minutes? And I was like, yeah, sure, because I needed the money. He says, I'll pay you.
Yeah.
And that was my first time ever doing it.
And did you actually sit down and write?
I write in here.
Oh, right, okay.
And like, I could be constructing stuff.
Right, okay.
While doing this.
No, fair enough.
I don't know if it's an autism thing or an ADHD thing. This never quits.
Right, okay.
So yeah, so I had written it in my head as such. I would just go over it and over it and over it and over it and over it ad nauseum. Even when I was cutting up coleslaw or serving people, I'd be still going through it in my head. I must have done about 20 minutes. Darren couldn't get me off. I didn't know. I had no concept of time.
Yeah. How long you're up there?
You know, I don't even think he had said to me to do 10. I think he probably just meant do 5 or 10. I don't know. But looking back now, you know, and Paddy McDonald was on that night and he fucking slagged me. He was like, here she comes now, can't get rid of her. And
on the light.
And I was like, oh shit. Darren was fucking waving his hands and the whole lot. You know, it was a shit show, but it was money. And I got my money off Darren and I went straight out through the door and home. And I was like, that'll do me.
Even the fact you get paid for your first time. You were running very different paths.
Yeah, very different. But do you know what? It suited him because a lot of people knew me from social media.
Darren gave me one of my first compliments. So he did in terms of comedy. I know. Not ever. Like I'd had a few before then.
He doesn't give them out willy-nilly.
It wasn't much. Like it was he did like a comedy gig or like a charity gig in the Sunflower, and I had only been doing comedy 4 weeks or something, but he just put out a call on Facebook looking spots, or he was to fill a spot and I put my name in, and I think it was just one of the first ones that got their name in, so did a spot up and did my 5, and then he was doing like a wee round up at the end of the night, and he said to me, because obviously he didn't know who I was before that night, and he just happened to say as he's doing a round up, and he's like, how many spots have you done? And I was like, I think I said that was my 8th, and he's like, it's 8th, and he goes, oh, you're good. I went on, I was like, Darren Matthews said I'm good.
No, Darren's
he probably doesn't even remember that, but I do.
Yeah. No. I say he doesn't. He never says anything he doesn't mean.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll take that to the bank then. That's fair.
That's the thing of him. So then it just sort of went from there. So, but at the same time, so I know it's a slightly different route that probably had the same, like a similar level of trepidation and work and you know and all those things. But sometimes I still feel I'm like, oh.
No, you've earned your place now.
I did do, like the first gig I did outside Newry was on the 29th of February 2020.
Oh right, okay.
The Sunflower. It was a 10 for 10, and and I had gigged the night before in my own place, and I was absolutely full drunk and was dying on the Sunday, getting up to the Sunflower, did my 10. Yeah. Probably wasn't even 10, and I mean straight out through the door. Good luck, see you later. And then COVID basically happened then the next day.
Oh shit, right, okay.
Or I was like, you were in the March 2020
yes,
then. And then so I was that. But it's a vibe. I did the PAV then. Oh yeah, the two messages that I sent for spots whenever the shop closed, because I was like, I need £11 here. Yeah. Or need to do something. And I messaged Connor Keys.
All right, okay.
And James McKegney.
Okay.
And Connor was like, I'll get you next year, because obviously dailies is only once a month, and
I think it fills up way ahead. Yeah, I've been left on red a long time with them.
Yeah, it was so. It was maybe another year
before
I was down there, or a good 8 or 9 months. But McKegney got back to me. She was like, "Yes, lad," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And I think it was like March or April or something there, right, gig on the terrace. Right. And I was like, sure, we'll stick you on that night. And I was like, fuck.
Right, okay.
You know, but I did the PAV. The first time I did the PAV.
PAV's a weird room.
So weird.
It's a weird room. But I think again, you have to cut your teeth there. You need to do your time in the PAV. Do you know, everyone has to have their go in it.
The first time I went down, and like, I don't know who I was talking to, just different people, and they were like, oh, you're doing the PAV. I think it was Johnny Bow, and he was like, you'll die. He's like, that's what you do. You go down there, you die, and then you move on. And I was like, right, okay. And I went thinking, right, I'm going to die. And I didn't die. I
didn't die my first time either, yeah. So I know. And then that worries me. It's still coming.
Like, and then Luke says to me, oh, that went really well. Do you want to come down and open in a lot of weeks? And I was like, yeah, fucking yeah, dude.
No worries to me.
And I went down and I was like, oh, I can't do the same stuff. I have to do new stuff. And I did stuff about the Troubles and about blah, 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 which I still do now, that goes. But it died in there. And whenever I actually said when I left stage, I was like, thank you for my first death. Good luck. Yeah. And I got to the back of the room and I looked around and I was like, oh my God, there's not a single person in here that's over the age of 19. Yeah. They don't fucking know.
They haven't a clue. No, they don't know nothing about it.
Stupid. So that was the best lesson in read the room before you open your mouth.
Easier said than done as well, though.
Yeah, but I tell you, I you know.
I did a joke in the Spaniard there just on Sunday night, and thankfully there was a big group of girls in that were maybe like a couple of years older than me. They were like a school reunion type of thing. There's maybe about 12 or 13 of them sitting just in front of my locals, like, and it was a joke about a kneecapping, just because that's the type of thing we do here in Northern Ireland. But, you know, they were roaring laughing. There was 4 Australians sitting in the corner, you know, the Spaniard just over to the side, that wee bench bit, just like absolutely horrified.
Oh, really?
Like white eyes, because I'm telling the joke about how this kneecapping really got in the way of me telling a story to friends in the pub.
Right, okay.
Do you know, it's like the IRA really fucked me off that day.
Yeah.
Like, do you know, they really ruined my flow. So that's the kind of the basis of the joke. So other people like roaring laughing in front, it's going down well, and these 4 Australians are just wide-eyed like,
what?
Is this real?
Because Australians are famously fucking roll with the punches, like,
I know. I just don't know if
Snowflakes.
There hadn't been much troubles humour that night. I was on well into the second half, and everything else wasn't very troubles related. So I think whenever I started into it, they were like, oh, holy shit, right, okay, this is where this is going. In fact, whenever I said something about the rat, I heard a girl over to the side just go, oh, here we go.
Oh, really? You see a lot of that, because like Kieran Franco put up a reel there on TikTok or something the other day, and he's talking about, he says something about looking like a Republican, or, you know, he's talking about, you know, that, and there's 3 or 4 people in comments being like, oh, are we not past this at this stage, but past this, and I'm like, it's still funny.
It is still funny. It is. It's very relatable.
It's like, relatable.
We're all steeped in it as well too. So
100%, 100%. And then like one fucking, you know, 90-second piece, and it's like, oh, that's all that person's talking about.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
You know, but I don't give a shit. It is funny.
And see, that it's funny because it's local.
Yeah,
and it's like it is funny because it's local. It's absolutely a relatable experience. That's why we're all laughing about it. So
exactly.
It is funny because it's local. I wouldn't do this joke in London, but guess what? There's London folks not going to do joke about buying out of a fancy hipster coffee shop in Hackney. They're not going to do that joke in Ballymena because they ain't going anywhere.
Have you gigged in?
No, I haven't done anything other than I was in Galway. That was it. Did one in
How
Galway.
did it go?
Shit, it was one of them competitions.
Right.
So yeah, no, I probably was far too early on to be even chancing my arm, but I thought I'd go and do it, and I think they really struggled with the accent.
You do talk quite quickly.
I know I talk fast as well, and I tried to really pace it that night too, but I think just the accent just wasn't working for me. It was fine. I got some laughs too. It didn't die, like, but didn't get through to the next round.
Do you watch yourself back?
I do, but it's just to hear what landed, what didn't land, and what. And I've got at the start, I hate it hearing the sound of my voice.
Yeah.
Back again, I've got better. Whereas now, just kind of like I'm past that now. I can hear it, and I'm just listening for that landed, that didn't land, that type of thing, and or didn't need that pause. I've been doing a joke this couple of months, and I've been doing it the same way, and then I just very suddenly a couple of weeks ago changed one word and got an extra laugh out of it, and it just occurred to me in the split moment, if I just put that word in there, that changes and that gets an extra laugh, and it's like, fuck me, think you have a joke nailed down, and all it takes is that wee split difference. But
it's mad how, like, as you say, one word or one, you know, pause at a different juncture creates a totally different experience.
It really does, yeah.
You know, and I'm learning about that too as things go on, you know, like stuff I've been doing for ages, and then you do it slightly differently, and you're like, fuck, actually that works way better.
It did, yeah.
You know? But I would notice myself there whenever you do watch stuff back, I say the word right an awful lot.
Right.
So right, and I'm like, fucking stop doing that. And also like stimming, basically. Yeah.
Right, okay.
I'm always fucking moving.
Yeah.
I've got my hand in my pocket and my whole body swaying, or I'm messing with the mic stand. I find it so hard to just sit at fucking peace.
I rock back and forth on my feet, like kind of transferring my weight from one foot to the other, which I didn't notice myself really doing until my husband pointed it out when I seen it. He was like, would you ever fucking stand still? Like, where are you going? And I had no idea I'm doing it. I think it's just like a nerves thing. And it looks, when I watch it back, like I'm making eye contact with people. I am literally looking at hairlines. I can't make eye contact. It feels too intense. I'll lose what I'm trying to say.
See, I do make eye contact with people.
I can't.
I do.
I'm gazing into the abyss. Just, you know, a lot of times I'm just absolutely blind and can see nothing as well too, is the other thing.
And I'm very easily distracted as well.
Oh, are you?
Very easily distracted. If I hear somebody saying something, like, I'll be like, what did you say there? You know, or, you know.
Is that not totally through you though? I wouldn't be able to get myself back where I'm at, my set.
No, I don't know.
But you're a pro.
No, I'm not a pro.
You are.
But I've been dealing with people for a long time.
Yeah,
I've been a waitress. Like, being a waitress, I think that is one of the greatest fucking, you know,
learning experiences.
Launch pads.
I agree.
Into...
I waitress like I did.
I was
at uni. Yeah, waitress.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
You know, it is fun, but like, because, you know, it's a transferable skill, because
it really is.
If you have a big table, you find one person that is on your fucking level,
wavelength,
and you communicate pretty much everything through them.
You know, they're going to keep the rest of the table kind of in line.
Yeah. So that's your wee friendly face, and then happy days. And I would find that's the same.
Yeah.
You know, once you get one person on side, then you know, maybe not so bad.
That's it.
But a lot of people have never had that experience of
waitressing. That kind of public's facing role. I think everyone should have to do like a wee job in like the mace.
Yeah.
Do you know, just like a wee part-time job or something whenever they're coming up through school. I think there's so many kids living out in their phones, never lift their head, and don't know how to communicate or have just a general conversation. And I think that's the best thing you could do to get them out of themselves. And you have to talk to people, like whenever you're getting a wee job like that.
What was your first job?
Washing dishes in the back of a restaurant. So it was, I still have lower back issues, and I'm convinced it was from that fucking Belfast sink. Washing dishes. And then I did all the stuff, waitressing and babysitting, and I actually did home care work for a while with the elderly for a wee while when I was doing my social work degree, just because it looked good on the CV then that you'd done that kind of piece too. Trying to think what else stuff. I worked in the gym for a while, would you believe?
Yeah, because I
wasn't very good at it, but I did it anyway.
You do a bit of weights.
I do, yeah. I've been going to PTs about 4 years now, and that's the only reason I've lost the weight that I did is because of her. Like, she has just totally changed things around for me. But never thought I would enjoy weightlifting as much as I enjoy it. Like, I love it. I thoroughly get into it. Now, I do cardio and stuff too, but I'm just like, I don't hate to do it because I hate to do it for heart health and all them boring reasons. But I like get into the weightlifting. I'm like trying to add the weights, trying to do new PBs and all that type of shit. Like, I do enjoy it. But she's a great PT because me and her have the crack. Her name's Donna. She give her a shout, like Donna McCory. She's amazing. But me and her just go in, have the crack, and I'll be ranting about something, or she'll be asking about work, or she'll be asking about the comedy, and I'm telling her, maybe taking a drink, look around, she's got 2 more plates at it on. Do you know?
Right.
And I don't know to lift it and go, that's fucking heavier. And she's like, it is.
So she's a sneak then, basically.
She is. And she'll just be like making eye contact with she's doing it, not even mention it. And you're like, you fucking put more weight in that. She goes, I did it. I keep going. Getting R3 knocked out you. So, and also she is very good. She makes me put everything I eat into FitnessPal, and she'll go in and check it. She goes in and checks it, and she's me, she goes, what the fuck's this?
Shit the bed.
What the fuck was that?
I don't think I could cope with that.
It's the first thing that see that Slimming World Weight Watchers. I'll give you £1 on. Well, we'll try harder next week. Doesn't work. Tried it for fucking 15 years. Doesn't work. See that there of what the fuck's that? What's the point of you doing PT with me if you're going out and eating that?
So I'd cry.
No, I'm like, fuck, fair enough, right, okay. And she sets me challenges and all the rest of it. Like, I did a photo shoot she'd been at me as like 3 years to do a photo shoot.
I saw that.
Seen pictures, and that was just March past, and she kept at me because I think I'm like one of her more successful clients, and she's like wants to use my pics type of thing, and I kept saying no because the cringe was hanging out at me. It's not me to do that. And she's at me again in January, and she's like, right, come on, this is happening in March, lock in, let's get this done. I was like, fuck it, right, I will, because I know I will lock in then. And I did. Like, that was me down at my lowest. I've like half a stone back on since I did that photo shoot at the end of March, which I'm now battling again. But like that photo shoot, the picture that I have up on my Insta, I was telling my mum at the weekend, that's going to be on my memorial card.
Is that on your memory card?
That's going to be my memory card. 50 years and you put me in the ground.
Yeah, no face, just the fucking
still be that
back
picture.
Muscle. Yeah.
If you could get my calves on it as well, that memorial card.
What is are you a CrossFit wanker?
No,
like
not at all. No, not at all. No, it's just kind of the weights. No, not a bit of it at all. It looks like absolute hell on earth. Why you would do that? It just does not interest me at all. I like going out for my walks and listening to my podcasts, just that general kind of movement and health. And then I like the weightlifting and all too, and a bit of strength work. I have arthritis,
right,
riddled with it, and that's osteoarthritis, just the kind of lovely normal basic inflammatory arthritis. That's the best thing I can do is to make sure.
Acupuncture?
No, I haven't tried acupuncture for it.
Try it for clear information.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
I'm going to an acupuncture appointment today at 5:00.
All right, okay. No, I haven't tried that, but the weightlifting has been brilliant for
Great
it.
for nervous system regulation as well.
Acupuncture or weightlifting?
Both. Both, but acupuncture.
Acupuncture in particular.
Yeah, I need to get back into the gym. Whenever I do go to the gym, I do enjoy it, and I enjoy weights. Because I did that fucking marathon years ago.
God, you never mentioned it.
I know. I know. I'll die talking about that.
That'll be your memorial.
Did you know I did a marathon? me in the coffin at the wake with the fucking medal around my neck. Yeah. Don't touch it. touch the metal.
I'll give a wee polish for you. I'm assuming I'm still going to be there.
Yeah, you'll be there.
I'll
You'll
be
be there.
there.
Taking a wee mask card and all.
Many years ago, I'd hate to go to that one.
Yeah, I hate to go that.
Hate to go to that one.
Fuck, I done a podcast for her one time.
Fuck, it's a while run down the country, but I need to go.
I didn't do a lot of weights during that training because I thought, like that's
still cardio.
Go now. It's just cardio. And I hate cardio. I hate it.
Same.
Even see a 10-minute warm up to before hitting the weights.
Yeah.
I don't even do it anymore.
Do you not?
No, I don't bother my hole. If I do, when I'm obviously going to the gym at the minute.
Yeah.
But no, the walk in from the car and the walk up the stairs, because why is every fucking gym upstairs?
Yeah, that's true. Fucking so's mine as well,
like,
actually.
No, fuck it. I'm just that's me.
Plenty. We're warmed up now.
Just warm her up. Just
Let's
with
go.
a few light weights and then go.
Fair.
And maybe if I'm feeling like extra, like locking into something, I might do 10 minutes after.
Yes.
Weights.
Yeah.
Might
Fair.
do something, but like no. Oh, boring. And then you see people that are on the treadmill for maybe 30-40 minutes and you're like, oh.
No, I can't run. I've tried to do the couch to 5k. I've done it a couple of times and it kills me, absolutely wrecks me with the hips.
Right.
No matter what I try to do, I'm never going to be a runner, but I enjoy the weights and I can walk for fucking hours. Like many times I've sent you chats on Insta and that's me walking the beach,
right,
down in Benoan with the headphones on, listening to podcasts or whatever. And I don't know why I feel like I have to give you a review of all your podcasts. Never listen to them. But
oh, that's all right. No, you're not the only.
You're this cheeky bitch.
You're not the only one. No.
She's like quite positive though.
Yeah, there's a few people there would and I'd be shocked. I'd be like, what? Oh, right, okay. I didn't realise that you listened.
Yeah.
That's a weird one. You've been doing a few podcasts.
No, this is only my second.
Is it?
Yeah, I've only done a couple. This is only my second.
Did Rollins?
Did Rollins, yeah, and then
Yes.
that's all I've done.
Yeah,
So.
it's very slick. The production values are a wee bit slicker.
Yeah.
A wee bit slicker than this now.
No, this is all right.
Just
Sure,
being
just a job.
in an industrial estate in Newry.
Let's not give your secrets away.
That's all right. I think everybody
Funny
knows.
talk. We're
the
top of
stage.
the Grand Central in Belfast right now.
Yeah. At the very, very top.
Yeah, up in the penthouse.
£15 for a fucking margarita. Here, when's your next gig then, or where are you?
What else have I on? I am doing I've my own gig. Myself and Hannah McGinn and Jessie Fletcher are doing Accidental.
Yes.
On the 23rd.
What's the name of it? It's
Shenanigans.
Yeah.
So I was only came up with that one. I have to give her the right set for that one. But looking forward to it. So it's like 20 minutes each, just a split bill, as a bit of kind of like work in progress. So looking forward to it. Tickets are going well, which is quite impressed. I don't know if it's all my family. I think it might be, but
So that's an Accidental. When's it on?
It's 23rd of July. So
That's a Thursday.
yeah, Thursday night. And then I'm doing, what else am I doing? I think that's about it. As I say, July is a bit quiet. Like
It is
really,
quiet.
really is.
It is quiet. We actually have Shane Todd's down in Warren Point on the 23rd of July.
Oh,
That's the only
okay.
reason I know it's a Thursday.
Yeah.
So it's part of the Ulster Fla.
You opening?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'll see what Darren wants to do. Whether he'll host and I'll do a bit, or vice versa. And Pete Giffin's down that night as well.
And tour selling well.
Tour's selling well, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Newry and Armagh's gone.
Brilliant.
And just Daly's is slow enough, and the Sunflower.
Hope that's not mine.
I hope it's not yours. Sunflower then as well. But it's just a long time to go.
Yeah.
But
I've a ticket for it.
the further for Sunflower.
Yeah. I bought a ticket for Sunflower. Yeah.
Why?
To support.
Well, I will refund you your ticket.
No, you'll not refund me.
dick.
Raise up.
I don't. I will. Darren will probably open that night if he's about.
Yeah, Sunflower. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But then he's busy boy too.
Is he? What's he
Yeah,
at?
he's a busy boy. He's got a baby.
Oh, well, that'll do it.
And
I'll keep you busy.
You wouldn't know what Darren would be at.
Is that right?
Yeah. You'd be like, well, what are you at tonight? He'd be like, oh, I'm opening in fucking,
He's around my patio, I lot say yes.
Yeah. Or you could be doing a corporate for fucking, I don't know.
Get a sense.
Hank
Darren's type of
Scorpio.
chap. Yeah, he's the type of chap though. He posts up online only what he wants you to know. I know we're all the same in that sense, but like
Yeah.
he'll tell you what you want to know, and then there is that kind of private aspect to him. Like didn't know he had a baby or anything.
Yeah, he's a private guy. He's
Yeah.
a private guy, definitely is. But he sent me whenever the child appeared, and he appeared very early. He sent me a message one night saying, "Are you up?" And I was like, the fucking anxiety. I was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong? Wait, what do you need?
Yeah.
What's going on?" It was like 1:00 in the morning.
Shit. Right. Okay.
And obviously it's not a. Are you up?
What's the crack?
I want to have sex with
Are
you.
you well? Yeah. Well, that too.
I was like, and then he sent me a pic of this wee hand, and I was like, shit! I started to cry.
Oh,
I actually cried in the bed like a big fruit.
was it really early?
I think he was
Oh.
about 12 weeks early.
Oh God, we told all good.
All good, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
brilliant.
all good now.
Brilliant.
So busy. Darren's a busy guy
Yeah.
too. What's been your favourite gig so far?
Oh, my favourite shit. That's a good question. I did Ballymena, did the Braids and it was opening for Emer Maguire along with Joe Jarvie. So it was an all female lineup. That was pretty cool. It was the end of April, and just in terms of being probably the biggest gig and it being a bit of a home crowd, that went really well.
I've never been in the Braid.
Have you not?
No,
oh,
never.
it's good. It's a good one.
What is it? Whole couple of hundred?
Couple of hundred, yeah. It's a big theatre room.
Right.
So it was really good. Thoroughly enjoyed that, and like all the Ulster Scott stuff and all the rest of it went down very well with that room. Although ironically, I had done Ballymena a couple of months before that in a wee bar, and it was an absolute shit show.
Right.
Just because it was folk just there drinking and had been drinking for hours.
I mean, that's another thing too. Like, you know, sometimes somebody will have an idea to put on a comedy night, and they're the only one that wants it on.
I know.
You know, or if somebody like gets a GAA thing or something, they'll be like, we need to do a fundraiser. We'll get these comedians down, and 80% of the people there are just there because they've been told that they need to go because it's a fundraiser.
Support the club.
Yep. And you're interrupting their pints. Basically. And those gigs can be a wee bit soul destroying.
And they think there's nobody as funny as they are sitting around the bar.
Yes.
Do you know, or they're shouting stuff up at you and it's like in jokes and you're like,
I did one of them with Kieran Franco organised it somewhere, I don't know, Belfast and me, unless it's Harlan and Wolf or the City Hall, I don't know where I am.
Yeah.
But it was some place, and there was a guy and he was just mouthing. He was mouthing the whole time, and I was hosting. Jack McKee was there as well, and Pete. And at one stage, I was like, "Hey, boy, are you going to fucking shut up or what?" You know, as you do.
Yeah.
Because he was just being a mouth.
Yeah.
And then he pulled this chair over and he sat in it, and he goes, "Right, come on then. Come on. Make me laugh."
Fuck.
Like proper. I'm listening to you. I'm fucking listening to you now. And I was like, all right, mate.
Let's go.
You know, and like even some of the people that were there were like, okay, the fuck, like, you know. So yeah, but again, they didn't want to be there, and I think Anthony Kakachi was fighting that night, and most people were like on their phone watching, seeing how it was going and stuff. So so it can be very glamorous.
Oh, here the glamour's unreal. I remember I did a gig there, Lisburn. The new one that WAF is running, the Shoebox one.
Right.
And it was in the Island Arts Centre, and we had a green room. So that was fancy. It was just a room that had a kettle in it. And me and Ronan Keith stood around and had a conversation about this kettle. Should we boil it for the crack? Like?
Oh, pure father's head.
Yeah. That was like the first time having an encounter with a green room that had a kettle in it. So
that gig that Franco did was actually, the green room was a kitchen, but it was a wee, small, narrow, long kitchen.
Right, a galley kitchen.
It was tiny. It was absolutely tiny, and there was
scullery, as we would call it.
A scullery. Yeah. A scullery. Very good. That's another one. You don't hear too often.
No, it's kind of dying out, that one.
It is.
We should bring it back.
Go out into the scullery there and get me such and such.
Give me a piece.
But apparently, scullery is exclusively for pot washing. It's not actually a kitchen.
Oh, right, okay. Would it have been like a annex to the actual kitchen?
Yeah, like a utility room of the kitchen. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does a bit, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that, and that kind of, I'm annoyed about that now, because I'm like, oh, I wish scullery just meant kitchen, because that's what my granny always used to say.
Well, we did, it's like an interchangeable term for kitchen up around our way. You talk about scullery.
Okay, good stuff. So you're in the Accidental then on the 23rd of July.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Where do you get your tickets?
On Accidental, on their website.
On their website.
On
it's lovely too.
It is.
It's quite big.
I think the room holds 50. I think. That's what I've been told. I don't know. I haven't been on it.
Right,
okay. So I must actually get up to it. I'm hoping to get up to a couple of gigs before it, because there's quite a few good names are doing shows prepping for Edinburgh. I know Kieran Franco and William's doing one, I think a couple of days before us, which I'm hoping to get up to as well. Easier said than done. Like, it's an hour each way for me to get to Belfast for every gig.
Commitment.
It is commitment. So trying to go to Belfast to see a show whenever I'm not doing a show is like, it's another night out of the house.
I know, because that night you're up in Lavery's, I was like, oh fuck me, she has to go away to the ends of the earth now.
Yeah. That worked out well that day because I was in work, so we've got a base up in Belfast, so I knew I was going to be in work till after 5 anyway, and trying to get out of Belfast at 5. wasn't working anyway. So by the time I'd got home, husband would already have left with the kids to training. So I would have been sitting in the house by myself doing a hunt. So I thought, fuck it, I'll go to Lavery's. So it was him in hand. Should I go to Lavery's? Then I looked and you were on the lineup, and I thought, I'm going to Lavery's. So it just worked out very well. Yes.
They were quiet. That was the World Cup. England were playing.
No, it was all right.
It was fucking quiet now. So it was. It was. Were you there on the Thursday? It was a Wednesday.
The Wednesday.
It was mega quiet.
No, it wasn't.
It was. There was only 40 people in it. But I have never been down the back of it because there's the wee place, there's like an outdoor smoking area and there's TVs and stuff on it. There must have been 60 people in it.
Oh shit, right, okay.
Watching the England match. And I've never, anytime I've ever been down the back of there's always been like maybe one or two like wee men just having a smoke and they sort of look at you and they're like,
what the fuck are you doing here?
You know,
what was the Thursday night like? Was it better?
Rammed. Yeah, Thursday night was a lot busier.
Bigger crowd?
Bigger crowd. But yeah, so it'll be interesting now this week. See a secret headliner on this Thursday.
Any idea?
No idea.
I
would have a notion it could be
Same.
It could be CB.
Right, okay.
But I don't know. Who do you think it was going to be? BB.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just doing the rounds.
Yeah. Who can tell?
Colin can tell.
Well, Colin can tell, but I'm not. I'm not in the.
Well, if you're not in the know, I'm not on the fold.
Do you know what I mean? To ask questions. Anytime I see him, I'm just like, hello.
I'm not even in the crease.
Hello, how's it going? You know,
never mind the fold.
He's very, he's a lovely guy, but you're just like, hi, Colin.
Oh, right, okay.
How's it going?
Never mind.
You're right. Do you know what? I forgot about the muffins.
Yes, will we have one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about the muffins.
So these are from Pappy's, which is a institution. I know you laughed when I said that word earlier, but it literally is. Pappy's is an institution up around North Antrim. Pappy's Bakery in Dunloy. So they used to have a shop in the middle of the village. They've recently retired, but their daughter Jolene is still doing the baking out of her own place and sells all around. Like, if you're in a diet and somebody says, oh, there's a box of buns, and you'd be like, well, I'm on a diet, and like, they're Pappy's. Well, I'm having one then, obviously, because it's Pappy's, yeah.
Right. I love how your name's on it and all.
Oh, those were made especially for us.
Really?
Yeah. So Jolene was a bit raging that it was muffins. I told her it didn't have to be muffins, but then when she's seen the name of your podcast, like, I'm making muffins, but I'm going to make them interesting. They're apple and Mars bar, which is a heavy Protestant combination.
It is. Have you ever had an apple and Mars bar sandwich?
I haven't. I've been at a few Presbyterian wakes, but I never actually got round to them. But didn't get to the table quick enough. Apparently, they go quick. So my friends tell me.
You've been to a Presbyterian wake?
Oh, well, yeah.
I've never.
Oh, some of my best friends are Presbyterian.
Well, I'm
very multicultural.
I know a few prods. Like,
no,
smell good.
They do smell good. Yeah.
Smell really good.
It smells so good.
No, I've never been to a Presbyterian wake.
Ollie, don't give me the eyes.
Of course, he's giving you the eyes.
Don't give me the eyes.
Are you
allowed this? I don't think you are.
He's allowed everything.
Is he?
He's allowed everything.
Denied nothing.
I was going to say something rude there, but I'm not.
Okay.
He'd ate the Lamb of God.
Oh my God, they're good.
They're very moist.
Like, she literally finished them this morning. So they're as fresh as can be.
In Dunloy. Where's Dunloy?
So Dunloy is between Ballymena and Ballymoney. And that's where I'm from originally, as such. It's not where I live now. Moved for love, which I don't recommend. But here we are.
Right, okay.
But Dunloy's like my home village. Dunloy would have been really well known back through the 90s for around the time of the Drum Cree.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So Orange Men were looking to march down through Dunloy. Would have said it was their kind of traditional roots. Dunloy went up in arms about it. Paddy Keatley had a song about us at a time.
I knew there was some sort of latent, reason why, it was familiar to me.
And then sports-wise as well, the hurling teams had a lot of success over the years. Got to the All-Ireland final a couple of times, but never managed to finish the deal, unfortunately. But we got a couple of days out in Crook Park, which was fun.
I've never been. Well, I was in Crook Park once in my life.
Really?
For take that.
And not even a game?
No.
Ugly, yeah.
No interest.
Well, if you don't been in
no interest in at all.
I've kind of had to. I became a WAG by accident.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So my husband played county when I met him.
Hurling?
So I did hurling, yeah.
So it's a exclusively hurling household?
Oh, well, we're North Antrim. That's all there is in North Antrim is hurling. Really wouldn't
Protestant.
be Gaelic. Well, yeah, that too. Really wouldn't be Gaelic. It's kind of took off a wee bit in Dunloy recently, the Gaelic, but that's very much a new thing. Like, very much North Antrim is known for the hurling. You've got Lochiel, Ballycastle, Cushendall, Dunloy. That kind of area is very much hurling stronghold, and those would be the four kind of main teams.
This is probably one of the nicest things I've ever had in my mouth.
Tell you.
And it's annoying me that I can't get at it right because I have to hold the mic.
Forget this footage. We can probably knock it in us.
Well, thank you very much. And thank you to, who's it?
Jolene.
Jolene and Poppies.
Yeah. The annoying thing is me and Jolene both go to Donna, so now I have to not let Donna know that I ate this. I'll be getting death.
So is this just going to be a notable absence on my fitness pal then, is there?
Yeah, well, I don't know how.
Nothing
Jolene always tells me there's nothing and there's no calories in anything she makes. I'd find it hard to believe.
Well, I mean, there's apples in it for a start. So
well, that's one of your 5 a day. It's brilliant.
It is one of your 5 a day. But thank you very much for coming down and thank you for bringing them.
Thank you for having me.
I'm kind of glad actually that we only
we held off to the end.
You held off to the end because there could have been an awful melee.
Different.
There's another great word, melee.
Melee. That's not Ulster Scots.
No, it's not. But it's been adapted for fucking Hallions, you know. Right. Enjoy. Thank you again. And I'm gonna eat all of these.
That's what they're there for. Enjoy.
God bless.
Bye.